Previously on the Pre-Season Power Ranking Show.
Surely we got to be me. It's got to be me coming up. Nope. Surely it's got to be me. Okay, surely I got to be next.
No.
I'm getting impatient. We're never going to get to me.
Sorry. Nice.
Next up. Now, come on, Aaron. We got to get to me soon.
Nope. Still not there.
Oh,
Still not there.
Man, I'm getting impatient.
I
I got to be coming up now.
Nope.
Oh, man. Moving on. Is it me?
I believe John Gibson is the best goaltender in his 20s in the entire other league.
Least boring GM in the history of the SICHL.
I am racked with insecurity around this person.
Aaron, do you ever get tired of this? Never. So tis.
Mark, how do you feel?
There we go. Yeah. I can get behind this.
We're getting real cozy now. I don't know where Mark's going to start the video, but it doesn't matter.
Hopefully 10 seconds ago.
Because here we are, the SICHL Power Rankings. You may be wondering why I don't have my arm around Matt. It's because I have to, this thing is heavy. I have to hold my beer. Gentlemen, here we are. The last video, we have the final 10 teams, the best 10 teams in the league. It's been going great. I hope you have all enjoyed watching. Mark, Mike, Michael, Sheetal, Phil. I forgot Phil. I totally forgot Phil. There we go. There's the Phil shout out. Bob, Ryan, Tom, Don, Henry,
JD.
Chasm. We forgot JD too.
100%.
Sorry, JD. Hope you're doing well, JD. Who else did we forget? Just go along the teams here.
We're
Here we go.
getting close.
Ian, Chasm, Jeff, Phil, Matt, Guy, Michael, Mark, JD, Don, Mike, Chris, Henry. That's me. Sheets, Bob, Pat, Bryce. I don't think we said Bryce. Yep. Eric, Norm, Ryan, Taryn, Gary, Sean. I don't think we said Sean either. Jeff, other Dusty,
Now you're cheating.
Tom. No, I'm not. Tom. It's up my name. Tom.
Yeah, he's
other
just
Matt,
staring down.
Sil, and
For no
Ryan.
reason at all.
I was getting dozy.
Yeah.
Here
So
we go. I hope you're all
we're
enjoying
in-
it. We're in the
number
top
10.
10. We're in the top 10.
We're in the top 10.
Okay, Matt.
10.
Matt, tell us who's number 10 this time. We're going to go for it. Matt, 10.
Tis the White Horse Huskies.
Woo!
Don.
Boy!
Don, the Huskies.
Demo.
Man, we were just talking about how much
Are we doing that now?
What's that?
Why not?
Demo?
I like it.
Demo.
What do you think? That could stick.
It's so terrible. I love it. I hope it sticks.
I think we need to workshop it.
So, Don, I want you
D-more?
to watch this, and then on Discord, introduce yourself as Demo. Okay, so Demo,
Yeah.
the Huskies, once again, one of the league's best teams.
Always
Eric,
interesting.
what's up with the Huskies? Why are they
So, I mean, this, I
Oh,
feel
wait a
like.
minute. Not again.
Every year.
Not again.
How many years have we been doing this now?
Oh, man, it's like
So-
American Pie.
Oh my
With
god.
Jason Biggs orgasm. Not again,
yeah.
man.
Right. Worth calling out, this is the top of that tier that we mentioned before, the Edge of Glory tier.
Okay. Yeah.
Little Gaga reference for Don, who we just discovered is apparently a closet little monster. Huge Lady Gaga
He
fan.
does like Lady Gaga more than
Mentioned
Taylor
it on
Swift.
Discord. Yeah.
We gotta be careful though, because Taylor Swift fans could watch this, and then we'll be in trouble. I like Taylor
Oh
Swift.
man, we're gonna get
Taylor
doxxed hard. Oh, here we go. Is there a...
We have to be careful how much we
You
play.
gotta be
You're
real
gonna
careful,
get, taken down.
Yeah. Okay.
So, as always, top-notch forwards,
Yep.
7th overall, top-notch
Elite-
defense,
Elite defense.
5th.
Fifth
Number
defense.
5
Top 5
in the
defense.
whole
Okay.
damn league. Tell me about the goaltending, though. Somebody? 21? 21. My boy John Gibson. I'm sorry, Don. I'm really sorry.
I don't blame Don for drafting 8 goalies at this summit. So Don's in the Edge of Glory, but Matt, he doesn't have any goaltending. Whom is his top-rated goalie?
Well, it's John Gibson.
John Gibson. Sure.
It's John Gibson, who, as we all know, second-round pick of the Huskies of Whitehorse.
Yep.
In the 2011 SICHL entry draft. And, it's not as if Don is unaware of the importance of goaltending.
Yep.
He did draft many players who are good players. That's why there's the G in front of their name at the SICHL draft.
Nice.
As per what we were advised.
Yeah. There's a system.
many systems. So yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing: like, we've ranked. Sorry, the mysterious power rankings have ranked Dawn where they have today. If Dawn finds a way to jump up into a Junis Corpusalo like league average type goalie, like all of a sudden his team becomes scary.
Dawn's top 5 forwards scoring is 96, 94, 96, 92, 91. There's no way another team has that many 90-plus scores.
Crazy. Real good.
Or if there maybe a few teams have that, but not many. That's crazy. Okay, so once again, Dawn will not have any trouble outside the cage.
Correct.
So they're probably going to be a playoff team. I think we can safely say that. But then they're just not going to hang quite enough with the big boys because they're goaltending.
Yeah,
likely.
And also, he's got good defensive depth. You know, he's got 7 good guys at 70 overall.
Right.
But none of them are like elite shutdown style defense. He doesn't have a single 90 defense guy, and he doesn't have he only has, I think, one 80-80 guy when it comes to checking defense score time. Now that is a bit of an unfair nitpick because he's got a couple of guys who are very, very close, like high 70s in one or the other.
Right, okay.
So it's not as if the defense is bad, but there is a little bit of a lack of like raw defensive strength from his defensive group, particularly given the state of his goaltending.
Okay.
Sounds like you could use a Matt Benning type, for example.
I want Matt Benning.
Talk to me later.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do you have any Belgian beers before we discuss any trades?
Matt, what is Dawn's drink that he's associated with? And this may be my favorite of the evening.
I mean, obviously it's Fireball.
Has to be.
Of course. I mean, I'm sorry we should have had Fireball. We didn't think this ahead. Production value could have been improved.
We'll get a bigger budget
next year.
next time. In fact, we'll get double. I guarantee double the budget next year.
I mean, you did spend like $30 coming over to Vancouver.
That's true.
I did.
So we could get to like $60.
How much money?
You spent more on beer than you spent on travel.
I have I have 244 coin. What's the transfer rate of coin to real life money?
I don't think we've established that exchange rate yet.
Okay.
I think if we try to do that, one of us is getting suspended by the league.
All right.
Yeah.
So Don, like Fireball, is spicy. He's fun. We love him. Don, great job. Get yourself.
Don is rocket fuel.
Get rocket fuel.
Don is rocket fuel.
Don, get yourself a goalie, but you already knew that. Number 9, Eric. Sorry.
It makes
We're
sense.
not
Oh, so we are.
We are done.
It makes sense that these two are, you could say, joined at the hip.
Has to be. It's like Hamburg and Hamilton.
Yeah, it is.
It's like
Right?
peanut
It's like-
butter and jelly.
It's kind of beautiful.
It's like Dusty and Dusty.
It really is beautiful.
So next up at number 9, we have we're starting to get into the teams. The Portland Buckaroos are number 9.
They are indeed.
And-
JD, yep, Caldwell.
And I know they're going to be really good next year, but they're going to be pretty good this year. What's keeping them back from being like a top 5 team this year?
Kind of similar to Dawn, just a little bit less so. It's the goaltending.
That's amazing.
They got
I'm
some
so
wild
glad.
re-rates.
So not only
They're
those
so
two,
similar. Sixth best forwards,
Oh.
second best defense,
except
15th goaltending.
JD goes camping and Don goes golfing.
Correct.
That's the only difference. Otherwise, they
It
may
is
as well
genuinely amazing.
be
But
the same people.
There's a significant gap skill-wise. There's a full 1 averaged out OB point here between Portland and Whitehorse. Hence, this is the start of a new tier.
Mm-hmm.
These are the contenders.
Right now.
These are the contenders.
How many more tiers do we have?
From just 2. There's a
Contenders
large
and then-
contenders tier and then the elite right up at the top.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got
How many are in the elite tier?
3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got
You
we
can
got
you
6
can probably
here.
guess
Yeah.
whomst those are.
Mm-hmm.
So Portland looking good. He's in the World Conference, a great conference, one of my favorites. Matt, what do you think about the Buckaroos?
I enjoy.
They're going to be good next year too.
I enjoy the fact that JD's best player is JT.
That's good.
Might be the
good
most-
work, Matt.
Okay, I'm going to say something potentially controversial.
Say it. Hot
Might
take.
be the most overrated player in the SICHL.
Ooh, bite your tongue, sir. Are you saying that the re-rate
Does-
person is a Canucks fan?
Does
are you?
he deserve that DF rating year?
Wait a minute. I thought that was his scoring. JT Miller's DF is 90?
Uh-huh.
That's amazing.
Does he play on the penalty kill?
Yes, a lot.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's what.
But very, very, very poorly.
Yes.
but
Anybody who watches that team knows
that
this.
doesn't matter.
Nope.
It's
Ratings
time.
guy just wants to know how much
Half
time
of life
he's on
is
there.
just showing up.
Uh-huh.
He has a 90 DF. So JT Miller might be
Right.
one of the most valuable players in our league.
Just like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checking is huge. He's pretty disciplined. His face-off is through the roof. Yeah,
He's a stud.
he's a stud. That is
Yeah.
absolutely crazy.
That's appalling.
Am I wrong?
How come it doesn't put his position? Oh, it's because you scrolled over.
Is he center left wing like last year?
All three.
Okay, so he's a multi-position core as
Center,
well.
left wing, and right wing. Oh my God. Okay, so
Yeah,
JT
JT
Miller actually may be the most valuable forward
Right?
based on his the
Insane.
configuration of his ratings.
Man,
Crazy.
that is out of this world. Okay, so the Buckaroos are going to do some damage, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to score some goals. They're going to light it up in a conference that is like room temperature butter soft. But
I'm not inviting you to next year.
you do this at Eric and I's house.
No, it's true.
None of this is new. Yeah.
You just wait. When our budget doubles, I'm flying Gary and Jeff over to my place.
Eric's right, though.
So say that again.
The goaltending situation is fascinating, given that we've got, Carter Hart there at 74. I think what matters, what's interesting to see going forward is what happens in the future with this team, because he's got Thatcher Demko in net, who is very poorly rated right now and is very likely to get a big boost this upcoming season.
Year,
I know we're only 10 games into the other league, but
right.
like that, as much as overrated as JT Miller is, and maybe that's because the Raiders are Canucks fan, like where Thatcher Demko has been given is also makes
Criminal.
like no sense at all.
Right.
But whatever, like the ratings are what they are. I long stopped complaining about that. But what I think is sort of interesting when it comes to the future of his team is JT Miller probably won't get this much of a juice rating, even though he's had an exceptionally good opening start to the season. And then when you scroll down, he has a couple of like much maligned D-men on his team in terms of public perception. He's got Darnell Nurse, who's off to a gruesome start. You got Seth Jones, similar. You got Ghost.
Ghost Bear.
Ghost Bear.
Yep.
Who has been supplanted by a number of other players. Yeah.
So like it'll be
Tough.
interesting to see what happens big picture here.
Okay. Interesting, but like a lot of useful ratings, crazy scoring. JT Miller, man, he's going to be an absolute beast. MVP candidate if I've ever seen one in our league.
And I know JD's not always a big IPA guy, but he's the Portland Buckaroos. He's from the Pacific Northwest. He's a classic. He is Wanderlust IPA from Breakside Brewing, which is an iconic beer in this part of the world.
Yeah. Wanderlust fits. Because JD goes on a lot of trips.
Huh?
He's always
Correct.
like, I'm going to the place where
It
there's
is
no
perfect.
satellite internet, so see you later.
As long
Hopping
as,
in the van.
as long as you don't need a passport.
As long as you don't need a passport.
Too soon.
No border guards in the forest, right? All right, well, JD, great job. Once again, the Buckaroos, a threat.
Mm-hmm.
A threat.
Absolutely.
And now we're moving on to number 8.
Oh, this is a fun one.
This is a fun one.
Our illustrious leader.
It's Mark
It is.
and the Fredericton Express.
Yep.
They are number 8. Mark, put up the graphic now. Bing. The Express are annoyingly good.
Mm.
They have a lot of good players.
No
What are their
surprise.
rankings there, Senor?
They are 5th best forwards,
Uh-huh.
16th in defense, which is
Ah,
surprising given
okay.
Mark's clarion call year to year of the best young defense in the SICHL.
Right.
Ooh, not seeing it. Sorry. 9th best goaltending because
Right.
Vasilevsky not quite what he was before.
Interesting.
Who did Mark-
Okay.
Hold on.
What?
Let's go back there.
Please.
Did Mark trade somebody?
Did he?
This is a question on a statement.
Je ne sais pas.
Because otherwise I'm confused about the claim about the best young defense.
Well, it was confusing when he said it even in recent years. So
I'm going to
Okay, so we're on the Nahul stats page looking at some West Coast teams, sorted by time on ice per game. I see Philip Hronik, yes, number 1 defenseman on that team. I don't watch the West Coast that much. Let's go to the East here somewhere. There's the Columbus team, yeah. It's Zach Rowensky, yeah, another number 1 defenseman there. That's got to be another East Coast team here that I know. New Jersey, right. Dougie Hamilton. Yeah. Way ahead on time on ice. And, Siegenthaler's number 4. Just a number 4. I have a soft spot for him, but right, New York, yeah, okay, Lindgren, also just a number 4. It's basically the same as Adam Fox. It's some nobody. I'm forgetting. Right, on Chicago, Connor Murphy, number 2, number 2. Yeah, more of a defensive guy. I guess you guys have never heard of him, but anyway, that's 3 number 1 defensemen and 1 number 2, all on one SICHL roster. Amazing defensemen.
I'm nervous
Right
about
He does have
snagging
Philip
Mark's team.
Hronek, who was awesome.
I do like.
You know
Hronek.
what? I called that one wrong. I'll fully admit that here. I thought that was an average to poor trade by the Canucks at the time. Called that totally wrong.
Okay.
So I'll leave her on that.
All right,
He's got the Dougie.
you elite Kronik.
Ah! Let's see what you did.
Got the Dougie.
He's got the Dougie.
The Dougie.
Not great
Teach
defense.
me how to Dougie.
His defense, I can see. Okay, it's weird because like Jack Johnson.
Oh, Jack Johnson.
Oh man, SICHL darling though.
Right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So
A
Mark,
man who arguably does not know how to play hockey at
No.
a professional level. And yet,
Stanley Cup champion.
there we go. Hard to argue.
The Express snuck into the playoffs last year. Huge playoff race
Mm.
in the Canadian Conference. He snuck in at 8th. He's overall ranked in the league 8th,
Yep.
right? I can't think.
Exactly where we had him ranked last year, too, by the way.
Bang on.
Yep.
I
Unchanged.
can't think of a scenario where the Express are that close to not making the playoffs.
Oh, not a chance.
So
Right?
they're golden that way.
It can't happen again.
Pasta's going to score 60 goals. They've got Jack Hughes.
Oh, Pasternak is at 90.
Jack Hughes?
They're going to score all of the goals.
Man, that's a lot of scoring.
But
I don't want to see this team next year either.
He's got Jordan Kyrou and Owen Tippett.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh.
Mark has put together a wonderful squad, which is sad for me, but I don't have to play him all that much.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
Same division.
The Lobster Cup.
The Lobster Bowl.
Oh, the Lobster Bowl.
Lobster Bowl.
Who owns the Lobster Bowl right now?
Not me. I never won it. I never built my team for regular season
I
success.
get it. It's
Yeah.
okay. Matt, what is Mark's drink of choice?
I may be getting this wrong because last time I saw Mark, we'd had a couple soda pops. But Mark's team is a good, reliable stout. He's a Guinness. He's a Mill Street Cobblestone Stout because I know Mark enjoys the dark beers.
He gets 2 drinks. He is our leader.
No, you got stout and
Guinness
Oh, Guinness.
and
Well, it's
Mill Street.
It's
a style.
It's a style.
A style.
It's a
I
style.
understand.
I know-
It's the nitro stout style.
I know Mark for many things. He's a wonderful actor. So Mark does audition for musicals.
Mm.
Kyle and I saw him at the Johnny Cash play in the Chemainus Theater years
I
ago.
saw that too.
He was absurdly talented.
Mm.
Every else one was either singing or playing one instrument. I think he played 5.
Crazy.
5. And he was wonderful.
Mm.
So I can't be in a musical. Mark obviously can. I know him for that. He likes homemade pizza.
I just had an idea.
Do tell.
You have to sneak him in body double style to do your audition.
That would be good.
Nobody would notice.
Nobody would
Never
notice,
notice.
a bearded redhead switching in for Mark's movie star
Who is
looks
6 inches taller.
and has a much deeper voice than me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that. I mean, I can go deeper, but I choose not to. Family content. Family content. Okay. Any final thoughts on the Express, the locomotive to victory? No. Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
If you haven't seen Mark's Canadian Idol audition, I would strongly recommend
It is amazing.
There it
finding
is.
that.
End on that.
It's elite content.
That is pretty great. All right. Well, Mark, great job. You got yourself another good team. It must be getting boring though. You can be bad anytime. It's kind of fun.
Join me.
Give it a try. Okay, so that was Mark at what place? He was 8. At number 7.
Exciting one.
Hello.
Happy
Here we
with
go.
this.
Jolly good. It's Michael
It is.
of the London Monarchs.
Tally ho.
Is next up. Now
It's
his
just a hair's breadth ahead of, like, this is a super competitive little area
really
right
tight
here.
little tight tier
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So we know Michael's forwards are lethal.
Yes, the third best.
And as Robert Muldoon in Jurassic Park would say, and I do mean lethal.
Yes, well said. Similar defense, though. believe it or
Yeah?
not. Yes.
I don't believe it.
Take a look.
I don't.
Take a look. It's in the book.
Matt, tell me.
On Reading Rainbow, the 4th best defenseman on average in the
Whoa.
league. Yes.
Now that's new for
That is
Michael.
very new for him.
Because he used to be very top heavy,
Uh-huh.
but now he's middle heavy too.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm going to
That
give you
seems
one
kinda
guess
mean to
then.
say.
Michael weighs 110 pounds. He's not he's not heavy in the middle. He's heavy in his
Yes,
defense.
I could eat 2 of him for breakfast.
That's amazing. So the only thing holding Michael back from being like a top 3 team really is his
the
goaltending.
19th place
That's
goaltending.
goaltending.
Yes.
Goaltending. Okay.
It
Matt,
is.
what do you think about the Monarchs?
their goaltending is abysmal.
There it is.
Like it is. Not only is it bad in ratings, but when you look at the names, you're like, oh, like so. Craig Anderson seems like a genuinely
He's a good
remarkable
person.
human being,
Lovely human.
and not very good at this stage of his life at being an NHL.
He's 103 years old.
He 41, which in NHL years.
You've got Jordan Binnington, who is not a good
Genuinely
goaltender.
a terrible person.
The goaltending thing is cataclysmic, but the rest of the team, it's nice.
This is nice.
It's nice.
Could they use a Corpusalo as well?
Would you stop using the power rankings as trade
I
fodder?
will not.
You stop that
I
right now.
refuse.
I'm only saying that because I can't do any more trades. Yeah, Michael has always been like very good forwards, and I know the Monarchs, out of any team last year, I think really rose the ranks in the power rankings. Like just had a meteoric rise. I think he finished the season as one of the best teams. Really good to see. So we'll just see if the goaltending can hang on. Matt, what is his drink?
A disgusting cream ale.
Now, why does it have to
Not
be?
even a specific
Now, why does
one?
it have to be a disgusting cream ale?
Because
All
all
of
cream
them
ales
were
are disgusting.
disgusting.
And Michael loves cream ales.
Walked right into that
Yeah,
one.
you really did.
Yeah.
That was a good
Served
deal.
at room temperature, no doubt.
We haven't gotten to that level yet.
Oh,
but
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord.
Any final things to say about the Monarchs?
Friends don't let friends drink cream ales.
Moving on.
I'll give you a final thought for the Monarchs.
Do.
What an entertaining entry into our new free agency with these fellows. The John Tavares signing,
That was big.
that is a historic
That was big.
contract.
I like that.
Yes.
And he was in the first round, wasn't he?
Second, I think, something like that.
I like that.
But
Free
what was
agency,
that?
we're all kind of
$180 million thereabouts. I think it's a $30 million annual and or $20 million annual and a $30 million signing bonus. Something absurd.
I like it though. Go
Well,
big.
he's pushed his chips into the middle of the table here. He's acknowledged he's on a real set deadline.
He's one of the.
He's going
the,
for it. I
he's
love
the
it.
third highest rated world conference team, and he could be second.
Absolutely. I don't get the reference.
Everybody's got a price, and everybody's got to pay.
Are we doing more wrestling crap? Yeah, all right.
Everybody's gonna pay.
Anyways.
Good one, Matt. And you're kind of wearing the color of money. Good stuff. All right.
I'm
Well,
going to read the
Michael,
next one like Mr. Bates from
Great.
Downton Abbey.
great job. All right. Next up, what are we at? 7?
No, that was 7. We're at 6
We're at
now.
6. Man, we are rocketing through these. Number 6, Eric, a mainstay in the top 10.
Of course.
Someone
It
who
would
is
be weird not to
always.
see. Also, at
Always.
6 last year, we're seeing a lot of
It's not fair.
consistency.
It doesn't matter what draft picks he has.
Mm,
It doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter at all.
yeah,
Gee's Grizzly
gotta be
Bears,
careful here.
the Bears,
You're gonna get sued.
are at number 6,
Yes.
which is like, you know what? Kind of boring. We could skip this one. Gee's always good.
Yeah, I'm set.
We got to do something for
Well, okay,
Gee. We got to
so-
do something.
As is, I think,
Tell
fair
me
to
about
say,
these Bears.
traditional for the Bears. This is
Right.
a very balanced team. The 8th best forwards and goalies, the 10th best defenseman.
Right? Okay.
So 8-10-8.
8-10-8.
It's a good team. He made
Yes.
a savvy acquisition with Logan Thompson.
Yes, he
That was
did.
a really good trade.
Well, you got to do better than Tristan Jarry.
Tristan Jarry is not a good goaltender.
As
He-
we've been saying for years on this illustrious
You
panel,
guys be nice to Tristan Jarry, but I don't. I feel your pain. I get it.
he is some sort of self-proclaimed Jari truther,
I get it.
and
Hey,
now he's paying the price.
I hope he does well. It would be great. Not holding my breath. Can't hold my breath for that long.
Matthew,
The Zombie Bears beverage of choice is brought to you by Troubled Monk Brewing, which is a proud sponsor of the Pipeline Show. And we've chosen specifically the Juicy Gossip Hazy IPA because that is the only Troubled Monk beer that I can recall ever having. So
it's good reason as any.
that's the one.
Mark here, right
Thank you for
behind
your
the.
sponsorship of the Pipeline Show and hopefully of next year's SICHL preseason power rankings.
Oh, if we get sponsors, we could actually get a budget. Mark, right now, if you want to put a little pipeline thing right up
Yep.
here, we don't have a green screen,
It's,
but
it's like a light blue.
it's a light blue
pretty good,
screen.
actually,
Yeah, no, I
right?
would say it's very
Sponsored by Troubled
yeah.
Monk.
So yeah, is there much to say about Guy? He's
Very
always
good.
good. He has all his
Good team.
He has a good team.
He's good team, me no likey.
Team is
Can we-
good,
can we-
balanced.
Can we say he's a contender?
He's in the contender tier.
He is in the contender
We've
tier.
acknowledged that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So where are the next two teams?
We can't say much more about Guy, so let's move on. Matt, it's you. Sorry to spoil the prize,
Well, that was quick.
but it's number 5. You're in the top 5. Are you in the top 5?
How about a little bit of
That's
foreplay?
very exciting.
My God.
No foreplay. I just dive right in. Matt McInnes, the Vancouver Island Norsemen at number 5. Matt, that's exciting. Tell us about your
I'm
team.
a little bit uncomfortable with
yeah.
the previous statements.
What? You're not new to this.
Those are strung together in a weird
Family
order.
content.
I'll leave it to Eric to begin.
Eric, begin.
All right.
Matt team good.
Matt team good,
Yeah.
for sure. I don't know. The 11th best forwards. That's
Nice.
surprising given that they've got some pretty solid guys like
Okay.
a certain famous Nova Scotian.
Yes, I do like him.
I'm a fan.
You mean me?
No, I don't.
I'm from Nova Scotia.
You are, but you don't play for the Vancouver Island.
No, I don't. Not yet. 39 is right the athletic peak, right? 39?
I've heard that.
Yeah?
It's not true,
No.
but I've heard it before.
No, that's not.
I mean, for some people, it appears to be more true than for others.
Yeah.
Craig Anderson played until I think we established like 384, so that's pretty good. We've got defenseman, 8th overall. It's pretty good.
Very solid.
not
Including
great, but pretty good.
Owen Power.
Owen Power, whom I discovered recently to my own chagrin, is utterly untouchable.
Don't trade him.
Not planning.
Even in the face of very good players going in return. Just, no, not going to happen. He's not interested. Don't bother.
Let's be clear.
This is a
Reasonably good player.
this is a principal decision that Matt's making. Nothing steeped in reality. So
This couch is getting a little catty.
all right. and the
She's coming to Vancouver
sixth-
next year.
She is. We're gonna get censored so hard. The 6th best goaltending, surprisingly enough.
Fantastic. Good job, buddy.
Why is that? I can't even actually name your goalie.
Sorokin.
Sorokin, of course.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
Pretty good.
Matt,
Yeah,
tell us about
that
your
was-
team. You stop
Thievery.
being so bashful. Tell us about your awesome dope team.
That still wasn't that much when you look at how strong Corpusal has been since then. But anyhow,
Wow.
I also have Matt Murray, which I'm really excited about. Because had I had Matt Murray last year, I probably would have had home ice advantage in round 1, and maybe things would have been different.
You never
Who
know.
knows?
Never know.
But unfortunately, I committed some devious collusion, and
You did. True.
terrible things happened.
Yes.
Sadness.
You're a bad person and you did bad things.
Team is
I
fine.
forgive you.
You know what? I appreciate that.
I do not.
Gotta have a nice guy doing the power rankings. That's me.
It's not me.
Team is fine. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Top 5's not very good. That means there's 4 whole teams better than you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I love the analysis though.
It's fine.
Might be good.
What's your drink?
What is your drink?
Is it Taylor Swift taking shots?
That's actually funny. That's on my computer right
That's
now.
pretty good.
I mean, maybe I could. I'm going to continue on. I'm Pliny.
Oh.
I'm Pliny the Elder.
Oh, yeah.
Very,
Oh.
I'm a good IPA,
Yeah.
but maybe not quite as good as people used to think that my team was. When I look back at the previous
If you were number 1,
Interesting.
would you be Consecration?
no, because Consecration's sour, so it's hard to.
Oh, okay.
And
But
this is
it's-
this
How
is
you
deep.
square that.
Consecration.
This is deep into the
man.
beer nerd talk.
Yeah.
Matt,
Matt and our partners went on vacation together to Napa, and then Matt took me to my favorite brewery of all time, which is Russian River. And when you get a flight, you get a flight of everything they have on tap. So that when I got one, they had 19. They had to bring out in this giant metal tray. It was the greatest stuff.
Sounds wonderful. Was the
Stupid
beer
good.
warm by the time you
No,
drank
it
it?
was amazing. It was the best beer I've ever. Consecration is the best beer I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
And like the other ones we had were all like, I'm getting teary eyed just thinking about it. It's amazing. Yeah.
I have really nothing to add other than that Pliny is a funny word.
It is funny.
And there's an Australian guitarist I really like named Pliny.
different.
Different. I realize. I'm just trying to make an association.
No,
I have so little in
Yeah.
common. I thought I would try and bridge the gap.
All right. Well, the Norsemen.
WWE Downton Abbey. I'm telling you.
The Norsemen are a threat, like many other teams.
Absolutely.
I can see them winning.
Towards the top of this contender tier.
Yeah, here we go. And
They've
we're
got a
and
decent gap.
we're moving on. We only have 4
We are.
teams left. So if you're still watching, God bless you.
Yeah.
We're happy to be coming to you live. Well, no, we're not live. Coming to you recorded
remotely
from
live.
Eric's office in Burnaby.
Correct.
Yes.
North Burnaby, British Columbia.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. I hope you guys are
Eric
too.
just
I'm having a great
doxed
time.
himself.
We're down to 4. Who is the
If you can
fourth?
find me off that.
Who is the 4th best
power to
team? Eric.
The Seattle Grunge. Phil.
Man,
This is an interesting
Phil.
one. And I'm
come
let
on.
me put this
What-
out here.
What is Phil doing?
Well, Phil, if I was being a little bit more specific, would be in a tier unto his own.
Oh,
He is significantly ahead of Matt. I'm sorry. It's true.
That's bad news for you.
But he is
true?
also significantly behind the other two.
Okay.
So I chose to lump him into the contenders. Nice. Yeah, little team spirit. Love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Man, Phil
Yeah,
just came out of
that's
nowhere a few
great
years
team.
ago and
Great
he's
team.
rocketed to the top.
Well, and this is largely on the strength of his goaltending. It is.
He has the otter.
He has the Otter and he's got Vanacek.
Okay.
Genuinely absurd.
Okay.
pairing.
So there,
Yeah,
he has an
that is so
82.
strange.
He has an 82 and a 74
Yeah.
goalie.
Vanacek
And
would be a starter on more than half the team.
oh
really
man,
solid goaltending.
so we
Yeah.
established earlier that I traded Yanni
Hanky-panky.
Hanky panky.
97 DF. This is why I don't make trades.
Poor decision. I'm sorry.
Man, I make bad trades.
Mhm.
Holy moly. I know a lot of GMs think, no, I make bad trades. I make really bad trades. This trade was so bad, I forgot I made it.
I'm sorry
If
that we
someone,
reminded you.
if someone had said to you, hey, Henry, remember when you traded to the Mustangs 2 years ago? I'd be like, I don't even know who that is. But I had him,
Ooh.
and now he's 97. Man,
So
that's
elite goaltending,
terrible.
very solid defense, and
Yeah.
really good depth through the top 6,
Mhm.
7, 8 of the forward group. When you've got, a guy with the well-rounded ratings of a guy like Parisi as your 2, 4, 6, 7 D-man, you got Sam Bennett in that group, and then he's got Johnny Gaudreau barely in his top 6. So I imagine there's going to be a bounce back next season, although I haven't
Right.
seen how things will start. And then he's got Lester Tikachuk. And Scheifele, Nick Schmaltz are there. This is a really, really, really good team.
Yeah.
And there's a strategic advantage to playing against a bunch of,
Amazing,
pillow soft cream
competitive,
puffs throughout the
cultured,
year.
colorful, colorful character teams.
Sure.
I agree. In the World Conference, yeah, Seattle. I mean, look, we're in the best of the best. You can't be this high up and be particularly weak in any position.
No, they have no weaknesses, to be
Right.
clear, but it is the goaltending that leads them.
Yeah.
9th for forwards, 14th for defense. So
Okay.
the defense is
Okay.
league average.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, Phil, great job. I'm sorry I forgot your name earlier, but I am glad that I eventually remembered everyone's name. I certainly didn't just
Yes.
read them all off the list.
You're like some sort of savant. It just
Remember.
sprang to you.
The SICHL preseason power rankings video edition are built on a foundation of honesty and cold, hard analysis, not silly antics and zany jokes.
You would never.
No.
Good beverage for the Seattle Grunge. They are the Fremont Brewing Barrel Aged Dark Star, which is a premium, elite, very strong beer.
Okay, very nice. Well, cheers to you, Phil. Best of luck to you, except against me. Number 3. Now, are we in our new tier?
We are officially into the elite tier.
Okay, so this has got to be the best of
The
the
elite
best.
tier started 2 ago.
What's that?
No, it didn't.
Carry on.
I'm sorry. No, incorrect.
We're in the
2 ago.
2 ago?
2
Oh, you mean with you?
No.
Yes, I got you. Okay, so now we're in the final 3.
Yeah.
And you can probably
Of
all
5.
guess 3 of 5. You can probably all
All right,
guess.
Matthew.
Oh, here's a deep cut. 3 of 5, I think was, what was the TNG episode?
7 of 9.
With, no, it was Hugh.
Okay.
No, Hugh was 3 of 5. 7 of 9 was 7 of 9.
With Jerry Ryan. Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm
And no one's ever going to forget
very
that.
well aware.
Yes.
Yes.
Hugh, in the amazing episode, I forget what the actual episode name is, but he was Hugh, 3 of 5.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Cool. Thanks
Okay.
for that. That was a valuable contribution.
Well, someone said 3 of 5. I had to say it.
Coming up third,
Coming up third,
we
So-
have
this is a bit surprising, I would say.
We have our league champs.
We do.
The Havana Revolution. I'm in trouble if the league champs are at number
Woohoo.
3. You're saying there's 2 teams better than Jeff?
Yes, sir.
I refuse to believe it. Tell me, what are Havana's rankings? We have our league champion, the very first championship for the Havana Revolution, and Jeff has been doing a celebration tour so much that he obviously let 2 teams slip ahead of him.
Super impressive.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been a little slow off the mark. He's
Yeah.
had, I can speak from experience, he's had plenty of opportunities to change his fortunes, but he
Okay.
chose not to. He's standing pat.
Hey, the
Fair
season,
enough.
that trade freeze isn't going to last long.
Plenty of time.
A lot of opportunity.
Um,
So what are the Revolution
Yeah,
looking
a
like?
little bit different, I would say, from last year. The strength here is the defense. For a team that has McDavid and Draisaitl on it,
Right.
the strength is on the blue line.
Is Brent Burns still like
Brent Burns is a
like
god among men.
SICHL?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Sergachev.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Yes, he's
He's
Odin
looking
returned
okay.
to Earth.
Oh, Ristolainen.
Uh-huh.
Man,
Yeah.
if the SICH,
No,
if the Sim loves
He's
one
competing for JT Miller's.
man, if the Sim
coveted
loves
spot.
one player
Yeah.
in the entire history of the Sim,
Yeah.
it's got to be
I know,
Ristolainen.
it's insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, he does genuinely have the best defense in the entire league.
Really, number one. Okay, great job, Jeff.
Who else does he have?
Number
Of note.
Whomst.
of note.
Yes.
Well, he's got a pretty good goaltender.
Tell me more about this goaltender that
oh my-
nobody's ever heard about.
Yeah, I can't actually pronounce his name. I think it's something Conehead Helicopter.
You know what I don't understand?
Number 5 goaltending.
I don't care that his ENDU is high. The fact that Connor Hellebuck played every single game in the regular season is an obscene stat. That's more impressive than winning the cup.
How many games has he played in total in his career?
In the last 3 years,
This makes me want to throw
he
up.
has missed 3 games.
No, and not even missed
Not
3
even-
games.
Not
He
to mention playoffs.
He just didn't play 3 games. He could have just been taking a breather, right?
I
We
haven't
don't
done
even know if
any
he was
analysis.
injured. It could have just been, yeah.
But look at the last 5 years.
That's a good point. Over the last 5 years, he has missed 5 games.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry,
He was
six-
averaging
six-
81 games
six games.
per season.
Six
This is,
games.
but this is not like Jeff deciding to rest him. His last 5 years games played is 82, 79, 82, 81, 80.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Family content out the window. Jeff, that is ridiculous. Everyone else is constantly fretting
Raping.
about goalies
Yes.
and getting injured, and Jeff is just sitting up there in his ivory tower.
I had
Cue up
5
principal plays.
starters in my second cup. 5.
It must be weird not
Unfair.
worrying about things. It's like Jeff doesn't have to pay
Unfair.
taxes in real life. Although with all his traveling, maybe he doesn't pay taxes.
He's some sort of 1%er. I don't understand. Yeah.
Both in goalie and
And in
traveling.
real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
But
like, I
Fourth
know,
best forwards as well.
Okay, that's
you know,
all right. I
It's
guess
not like
he's
he's
got-
a slouch
he's
or
got
something. He's
McJesus.
got McDavid. Whatever.
Matt, what's his drink?
Boring.
As per Jeff's own Untapped, one of his own favorite
Oh.
drinks
Oh, good
is
research.
the Velvet Milkshake IPA from Bandit Brewing,
That does not sound good.
Ooh.
All right.
which would make Eric throw up.
Sure would. 100%.
Which is actually kind of how Jeff makes you feel.
Jeff, well,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
I
Jeff's
can't-
hockey team.
I can't talk about
Yeah,
Jeff
well,
badly
you know.
for too much longer because I am his wingman as his video proof of the first
True.
summit. I get
True.
that.
That's not going to make sense to anybody who's been in the league less than
Nope.
7 years.
The rivalry is back. I'm going to be a playoff team, and I hope to God we meet in the first round.
Oh my.
I would love that.
Man, I will be
Please,
so
Sim
excited.
gods, make that happen.
Well, here's the thing. Even I didn't know he's going to beat me, but what's to stop me from putting my physicality to 5 on every line
I tried
and
it.
putting in
Never-
some goods so it doesn't work?
No, I tried it. It didn't work.
I don't have any physical guys anyway. It wouldn't work
Did you
anyway.
not see the free agents that Eric picked up last season?
Wearing a bunch
I had
of
a
goons.
fourth line of just 99 fighters. It did nothing.
It did nothing.
They
Okay.
fought less than the guys on the rest of the lines who had like 38 fighting.
It doesn't work.
Stupid.
I wouldn't do it anyway. Jeff, I hope to see you in the playoffs. Excited to renew our rivalry. It's very rare we're both good at the same time.
True.
Let's not forget, Jeff was bad once. It was a long time
That's how
ago.
we got McDavid.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
okay.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty apparent when you look at his team.
Yeah.
That's right.
There,
And
there,
Draisaitl.
there was some effort there.
Yes.
Fun facts. The
I
year
like
that,
fun facts.
The year that Connor McDavid was selected, there were less than half as many teams as this year who finished with 65 or fewer points.
Mm,
Fun fact.
it was fun.
You could say that's a fact. I don't know how fun it is. But let's move on.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. We've talked enough about Jeff. We have 2 teams left.
We do.
The best 2 teams, and one of them was a direct result of this an insane trade with Eric.
It's true.
It's Chasm.
It is Chasm.
I mean,
With the
I'm not thumbs
There's my
down
boy.
Chasm per se.
Montreal Millionaires at number 2.
Yes, sir.
The only team kind of close to the number 1 team, but they're not even that close to the number 1 team.
Not
are
even
they?
that. So this is the staggering thing. The single biggest gap in team strength in the entire rankings
Yeah.
is between first and second. That's nuts.
Man.
So we
We already did my
we
team,
could
right?
legitimately.
I'm not number 1.
No, you're not.
Okay.
We could legitimately say that actually the elite tier is 2 and 3, and then there's a whole separate
Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't even want to say
The you know who
what I
tier.
would call it. The you
Okay.
know who tier.
But the Millionaires have improved greatly with their latest trade with Eric.
That was a big
So-
one. They have the best forwards in the league now.
They're number 1 in
Number
forwards. And what are their other stats looking
6
like?
on defense,
Okay.
3 in goal.
So there's not a lot of weaknesses
No.
in the Millionaires roster. Matt, what do you think about the Millionaires? They were good before. And now you could say they're billionaires. The Montreal billionaires.
I'd love to visit Montreal in the
The
bummer.
Montreal billionaires. All right, Matt, what are we looking at the billionaires?
So, I mean, there's no question this current version of the Montreal Billionaires are really good.
Right?
But they're also probably here for, in this tier, more of a good time than a long time.
Okay,
Like,
fair.
when you look at, two of their top three forwards are the Nuge and Bergeron. I can't imagine that they will, one of them,
Bergeron's
obviously.
gone.
And the Nuge, should never be anywhere near rated as he is right now. Like, that's
Well, he's
JT
off to-
Miller.
he's off to a bit of a slow start in the other leagues.
That
so,
actually
yeah.
may be worse than the JT Miller.
Wait a
rating
minute,
now that I
Chasm's
look at it.
highest rated defenseman is Jeff Petrie.
That is the weakness, but yes.
But let's be clear. So we're worried about the here and now.
Right.
He's also paying Mark Giordano $21.5 million.
That's also a lot of money.
But here's the thing. This team is going to win many, many, many games.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
There's no question they're going to make the playoffs.
None whatsoever.
no,
And like really, they're one of the
barring
few,
like 18 serious injuries, this is a top of the
the
division.
9 misfortunes for Mr. Burns' softball team.
Yeah.
So they're really one of the few teams that can, like, with a straight face, we can say could challenge the number 1 team.
Correct.
Okay, that's
yeah,
exciting.
and with
Good job, guys.
they recently were. All right, we'll say they obtained a third goalie, and because of the age of goalie number 1, they're 3 deep at the goaltending position, which is a
3D,
Yes.
like the Dudley Boys.
And the
Dudley
contract
Death Drop?
of the first goalie as well allows them to
Mega
to
Char.
hide him if they need to.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, look, Kaz is going to do very, very, very well.
He's going to do bad things.
good bad man.
Matt, did you acknowledge my Dudley Death Drop? I thought that was pretty good. The
I-
3D.
I
3D?
noticed it.
Okay, good.
Unsurprisingly, the
That's
Montreal
arresting.
Millionaires,
Yeah, I picked up on that. Thank you.
their associated beverage, they're Veuve Clicquot.
Yes. Nice.
They're
That's
fancy.
Is
perfect.
Veuve Clicquot champagne?
It is.
Is it very expensive champagne?
It's
moderately priced.
It's not like insane.
It's very
Champagne,
tasty.
you know what? Champagne is wasted on me. I can't tell.
When's the last time you tried?
I try them all the time. Like I don't dislike them
Wow.
necessarily, but like
Right, I know.
no, but I mean like well,
Same.
you know, because I'm very wealthy, obviously. That's why I live in a condo. No, I
Yes.
try, but I just like they all taste exactly the same to me.
Okay.
Like exactly the same.
Interesting.
You know me. I have the palate of a unrefined
But you
hobo.
don't actually. You enjoy your beer. You see
Yeah,
more about
like,
it. So,
I don't know that much.
well,
You heard me at the restaurant. I just said, "Give me what Matt got."
that's just deferential. That doesn't mean you don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so Chasm.
Yeah.
Great job.
Good job, Kaz.
Thanks for the trade.
Nope.
I don't actually know if it's
No
good
thanks
for
to the
either
trade.
of us in the
I
long
mean,
run, but
Two
we'll
of the
see.
3 of the couch.
let's be clear. He's thanking you for that trade.
Ooh, spicy.
There's some generosity of spirit there.
Well, he is a good friend. I've known Kaz a long time.
Hang on, though. Are not all our GMs good friends
Well,
that we went to GNS with?
and we're in my wedding party. Like that's a group of 2.
I was your best man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they're all there. You had 30
30
mans.
best men,
29
including
best.
myself
best-
apparently by
best
this math.
men.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, way to go, Kaz. Number
Yeah,
2,
nice
millionaires. Oh, man. All right. Number 1, we made it. We made it to the end. I
We
can't
did it.
believe it. And by the
And I think
way,
we're done now, right?
it's only 9:30. We started
I think we can wrap
well
this up.
on
We're
time.
set. We don't need to talk.
We don't need to talk about the number 1 team, who
Okay.
is the
Okay.
Banff Rockies.
No, it's not.
Oh, shoot. I said it. Ian's team is a juggernaut. It's a Cerberus who's really hungry, and anyone fighting him has no armor. He has really good players at every position. He has really good goaltending. He makes
Yeah,
trades.
as well.
He
It's-
makes trades like Eric on cocaine and steroids.
It's
He has
second
the
best
best-
forwards, third best defense, best goaltending.
There's-
The goaltending is no surprise. That Allmark deal last year was upsetting at the time, and even more so now. So
I feel a certain kinship with Ian. First of all, I feel badly because I got him into Clive's.
explain yourself.
Well, here's the thing. When you come and visit me, as Matt does, and as you will one day, you come to it's been a while.
That was
It's been a while.
Real passive aggressive.
It's been a while. Matt comes to visit for
while,
work.
but
It's been a while.
I've been over for visits. I've seen your apartment.
I get it. Oh yeah, you're
I
right.
was your bartender.
I know.
sir.
I get it. But here's the thing.
But just so we're clear, in terms of like going
None-
over like the rankings, I'm number 1 and Eric is like not. So
You're pretty close though. You're like top
That's
5.
upsetting.
Ian
Top
visited.
5.
Well, we've got Matt,
Jesus
Ian,
Christ.
Oro, because he lives in Victoria.
Well, yeah, that's in Canada.
that's different.
Here's the thing though. When you come and visit H-Ski,
Okay.
I'm taking you to Clive's,
Okay.
the single best cocktail bar in Victoria.
I've been to Clive's with you.
I know, it's great. But I unfortunately
And
brought...
yet I'm only 5 on the rankings. Okay.
You haven't been in a while.
No, it's fine.
Ian and his wife had a great time with Ryan and I, but unfortunately the power of Clive's obviously unlocked some amazing powers.
You're taking credit for this in a roundabout
Not
way?
me.
Is that what you're saying?
Not me.
Clive's? Clive's is responsible for this godless killing machine.
Matt, would you please defend Clive's for me and tell him I'm right? Because I'm right. Ever since Ian stepped foot into Clive's, he has been the #1 team on the SICHL preseason video power rankings.
Did I go to Clive's right before my three-peat?
Yeah, you might have.
No, I'm serious.
I am also serious.
I think I might have visited Clive's with you in like 2019.
Well, gentlemen, there you have it.
That's
If you want to win
a little
the Continental
spooky.
Cup, you need to
You
come
need
visit
to visit
HC.
Victoria.
And Matt and I both recommend the Beeswax
Wow.
Old Fashioned.
Okay.
Single best old fashioned I've ever had.
All right.
So, Ian is a monster. He's a godless killing machine.
Yep.
He has no mercy.
Nope.
He's #1 by far.
The wolfiest wolf of all the wolves that can be in sheep's clothing.
I like how he has. I can't even say this. Not only he has 1, 2, 3. He has 5. Can't even say this. He has 5 defensemen that are 90 DF and
Yeah,
higher,
it's absurd.
and he has 2 that are 99.
Yes.
Can you go higher than 99, Eric?
Not last I checked, no.
Okay, so no one's scoring on Ian, and Ian is scoring 1 billion goals.
Yes. He's going to allow 11 shots per game,
Okay.
and Allmark will stop all of them.
Is there any hope for anyone to beat Ian? Does Ian have the Continental Cup locked up?
The one thing that I'll say,
Okay, say it.
there are teams that have better checking and strength.
That's it.
That's all I can come up with.
And Don Cherry used to say, if you can't beat him in the alley, you won't beat him on the ice. Now he's,
There you go.
yeah, I mean, Don Cherry, but yeah. Okay, Matt, counterpoint.
I mean, there is no counterpoint. What
counterpoint.
What Eric said is accurate. The Rockies are a ferocious army of Uruk-hai piling over the mountains. But he's also not wrong that while they're incredibly terrifying in terms of the talent level they have, the forward group is kind of soft as butter.
Okay. And we're nitpicking at this point.
Oh,
We
I mean,
are.
this is the
So we've established that
This is an
Ian
all-star
is the
team.
#1 by far,
Yes.
both on paper and in our hearts. Where's my heart?
Yes, and then no.
Can't feel it. Okay, yeah. So we're nitpicking here. Okay, so he might get pushed around a little bit, maybe.
Yeah,
One can only hope.
if you can catch them because his skating is also insane. Like
Yeah.
this team.
I'm trying to
is-
think of like where Ian's like worst forward would be in my lineup, and it's like his top 12, and I think they would probably be like on my top line. Brandon Saad is like his worst, like 12th. It's just ridiculous.
In fairness, Brendan said not that great.
Not anymore. No. Ian, you've
Does that
constructed.
Make you sad?
No, wait a minute. It does. Now, wait a minute. Now,
I
show
really
me the
like-
draft pick. Please tell me Ian doesn't have a lot of draft picks left, because I can't handle that. Okay, so he has
He's starting to spend
somewhat
some
mortgaged
of that
his
future's
future.
capital.
I get that.
That's
But if I were Ian, I would too.
absolutely.
No one is better suited to win the Continental Cup. Now, the best team doesn't always win the Continental Cup.
Nope.
However, Sil mentioned on Discord lately that the top teams,
Do usually make
they
the
do
finals.
usually make the finals. So I would be pretty shocked. Okay,
Good teams perform well. Like
Yes.
good teams perform well. Good is good. Matt, what to end the drink power rankings? What is Ian's drink?
I mean, the Rockies are a sidecar. It's a premium cocktail-based cocktail, or cognac-based cocktail.
Cognac is cocktail.
And on the sidecar partner side of things, we all, as West Coast GMs, very much enjoyed meeting Charlotte during your West Coast
Yes.
Spring earlier this year. So
Awesome having you, man. It was great seeing you. It's got to be Clive's, right?
Must be
That's the source.
something
The
in
source
the
of
water.
all power. So I'm going to go there every night.
I've been to Clive's a lot over the last few years.
Yeah, you have.
Things have
It just
not
didn't take.
now.
Oh yeah, you're only 5th in the league.
Exactly.
Get out of here. All right, everyone. Any final thoughts before? That's it. We made it to the
We
end.
did it.
We did it, and roughly,
Wow.
like timing wise, about
Bang
5
on.
minutes a team. Works out
Yeah.
great. Any final thoughts, Eric? We'll go for you.
Oh man. Well, as always, very happy and proud to be part of this league. Thrilled that anybody would spend probably close to 3 hours of their day watching this nonsense from us.
I almost want to tell people don't watch the whole thing.
It's kind of crazy. It's genuinely a little bit nuts. I tried to explain
Yeah.
what I was planning this evening to a couple colleagues at work, and
Right.
that may have been a poor career decision on my part. Career limiting move is the term that we use. CLM. Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't recommend it. Yeah, no, genuinely, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be part of this league, to be working with these gentlemen here, doing this annual podcast for you all. Podcast, video cast, I guess it really is.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out if this is our 8th
What
or
is this
9th.
even?
We've done it quite a lot. Really, it's a good excuse for me to come over,
Yeah.
kind of wintertime, and hang out with you guys. So yeah,
It's the best.
I'll
So
see you in 2 weeks.
looking forward to it.
that'll see me in 2 weeks. Matt, any final thoughts other than seeing me in a few weeks?
So first of all, well, and apparently Ryan as well.
Yep, Burrow.
Which I just
come
learned
watch
about.
come watch football with us.
I just realized that we could have moved the extra monitor off to the side of the screen so that we didn't have to be looking at our phones the entire time.
That might have been smart. I have 2 monitors and chose not to use
Hey,
one.
we've only done this 8 or 9 times. We can't be expected to know what we're
So
doing.
the behind the scenes was not great. And
This is the green room and the filming, so
true.
yeah.
And as always, my plea to the SICHL, please discard the gold system. It is the worst thing that has happened to the league since James Love III.
Oh, a deep,
What deep
long range cut.
Deep
Thank
cut.
you, Matt.
Please make the bad thing go away.
My final thoughts are, Mark, thank you very much for editing this.
Oh.
He hasn't actually agreed to edit this, by the way. I just
Just
assumed
does it.
that he will.
It's fine.
Big thanks, of course, to our...
We'll get Kyle to do it if Mark goes on
I'm
screen.
fine with that.
Nice.
Big thanks to Mark and Mike for running the single best fantasy league. Even Yahoo doesn't have as good a page as we do. I show people our site,
Yeah.
and they're flummoxed.
Yeah.
Oh, you must have to pay a lot for this league. Nope, not a goddamn thing.
I have to explain.
really
This
should,
is
actually.
a fantasy pool.
Yeah.
Everybody I show this league to is like, oh, so this is your senior men's league then. Like, oh yeah, you got a really good website. This is way better.
Really good website.
No.
Also, a begrudging acknowledgement to the free agent bot as well, who is
Well done, free agent bot.
curmudgeonly as heck.
Yes, you hate
But-
our skin, and we hate you back.
Exactly.
But we respect you.
Yeah.
Big thanks, of course, to my co-hosts, Matt and Eric. Great seeing you guys as always. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to get me drunk and be on camera. I'll always appreciate it. Eric, of course, big thanks to
Could be
you
taken in different ways.
for hosting. It's not the first time you guys have done this. Big thanks for hosting, and thank you all. I'm not going to list all your names again because I'm not going to remember.
Did it go well the first time?
What a
It
second.
went well. I got there the 4th or 5th time.
Yeah.
I wasn't reading off a list.
No.
But thank you all for watching. This has been the SICHL preseason power rankings. Going to be perfect mathematic. Everyone's going to end up in the rank that we had them. Big thank you all to watching, and we'll see you in the season. Have a great time.